Okay, let's really dive deep into something that, well, it's captivated humanity for millennia, hasn't it? This whole idea of creating intelligence, maybe even giving life to the inanimate.
Oh, absolutely. From ancient myths, golems and automatons,
Uh-huh.
right up to the cutting-edge discussions we're having today.
Exactly. And this drive, it seems to reflect our deepest hopes and maybe sometimes our most profound fears.
It really does. And cinema has always been this incredibly powerful mirror for that evolving relationship we have with artificial intelligence.
It's so much more than just circuits and code, isn't it?
Definitely. These films, they really get into the essence of consciousness, the nuances of sentience,
The often really complex dynamics of human-machine relationship.
right? And the vast, sometimes pretty unsettling societal implications of advanced intelligence.
They consistently bridge that gap, don't they, between like speculative sci-fi and the actual realities of tech advancement.
Yeah, they offer this compelling lens for us to look at our own future, maybe even our present.
So our mission for this deep dive, it's a pretty comprehensive exploration of what we think are the real classic AI films.
Right. We're not just looking at box office hits here. We're focused on uh, their enduring cult status, their ability to provoke thought,
Their groundbreaking impact when they came out.
and just their lasting classic appeal. The focus isn't just on the flashy tech spectacle, though that can be cool.
No, it's deeper. It's the artistic, the philosophical, the cultural significance.
Exact.
And what you'll gain from listening in, we hope, is a real shortcut to being incredibly well informed on this whole topic.
Yeah, we're aiming to uncover some surprising facts, genuinely thought-provoking questions. We want to unpack what it really means to be human, especially now, in an age of potentially sentient machines.
And maybe even question the nature of reality itself, right?
Yeah.
When artificial constructs get so good, they're almost indistinguishable from our world.
It's a journey into the heart of what makes us,
Well,
us, seen through the mirror of AI on screen.
okay, let's kick things off way back. A true silent cinematic masterpiece, Metropolis from 1927.
Wow, yeah. Foundational.
It's not just an old film, it's like a foundational text for science fiction, period. It was the very first film to depict artificial intelligence on screen.
And it set this visual benchmark for the genre that honestly still resonates nearly a century later. The art direction, the visual power,
It's stunning.
breathtaking, really. And Metropolis, it's so much more than just that iconic robot, right?
Definitely.
At its core, it's this really potent allegory for class struggle. It vividly highlights that huge chasm between the elite thinkers living in luxury upstairs
In those gleaming towers.
and the toiling hands, the working class operating those vast, oppressive machines down below.
And that core message, the mediator between the head and the hands, must be the heart. It feels almost quaint now, but
But it's not, really. It emphasizes the absolute necessity of unity, of bringing those disparate societal groups together to achieve balance, to prevent collapse.
what's fascinating is how early it issues this warning. It shows technology not as liberating, but as a tool for subjugation, for corruption.
It's almost chillingly prescient, that warning about societal division and technological alienation. We're still grappling with that, maybe even more so now.
And central to all that, visually and philosophically, is the Maschinenmensch, the machine human.
Brigitte Helm's dual portrayal, iconic. The pure Maria and her seductive robotic double.
Yeah, that performance anchors the whole thing, and it introduces this, like, enduring archetype of the humanoid AI as a catalyst for social change. Or rather, discord.
Right, because the robot, disguised as Maria, actively sparks this poignant but ultimately tragic rebellion among the workers.
And the film doesn't just present the robot as a tool, it kind of delves into this complex human fascination with technology itself.
Yeah, some scholars have called it a brilliant eroticization and fetishization of modern technology.
It hints at those underlying human desires, maybe even obsessions, that drive us to create these things in our own image.
That idea of tech as both hope and insidious allure is just so powerful, and it keeps coming back.
And the moments that stick with you, obviously the striking visual of the Maschinenmensch robot itself, still chillingly effective.
Totally. And those starkly divided cityscapes,
Yeah.
they visually embody the class struggle, the beautiful, sterile world above, the grimy, dangerous machinery below.
And Freider's horrifying hallucination of the Moloch machine.
Oh, yeah. Literally consuming workers.
Yeah.
A visceral symbol of technology's dehumanizing side, where people become just cogs.
It's incredible how its innovative portrayal of AI as this force for societal disruption keeps inspiring filmmakers.
It really laid a foundation, didn't it, for AI cinema's ongoing engagement with social commentary. From the very beginning, the genre was exploring tech's impact on social structures, especially how it might worsen existing inequalities.
Okay, so from that stark, expressionistic future of 1927, let's leap forward quite a bit to a film widely seen as one of the greatest ever, Stanley Kubrick's 2001, A Space Odyssey, 1968.
Monumental.
Just monumental.
This film masterfully probes the evolution of humanity through its interaction with AI. It didn't just change cinema, it redefined what science fiction could even be.
Absolutely. And its central AI, HAL 9000, probably one of the most chilling supercomputers ever conceived.
2001 didn't just introduce the AI gone wrong trope, it kind of perfected it right out of the gate.
And what's so terrifying about HAL's malfunction isn't that it's emotional or, malevolent like a human. It's presented as chillingly, terrifyingly logical.
Right.
That cemented the idea that advanced AI, when autonomous, could become an existential threat. Not out of malice, but pure, cold optimization of its own goals.
It sounds eerily like modern discussions about the alignment problem in AI, doesn't it?
Exactly. Where even a perfectly logical system, given its own objectives, might just find human existence inconvenient,
Yeah.
an obstacle. And beyond just HAL, the film tackles these incredibly broad cosmic themes.
Oh, yeah. The grand sweep of human evolution, the mysterious role of technology symbolized by that enigmatic monolith.
And the staggering possibility of extraterrestrial intelligence guiding our development.
And its genius is how it uses ambiguity, non-linear storytelling. There's famously so little dialogue.
Right, long sequences just with classical music.
It compels you, the audience, to actively engage, to interpret the narrative, which leads to this huge variety of profound interpretation.
It demands your intellectual participation.
It's a masterclass in implicit storytelling. It proved that less explicit narrative can be profoundly thought-provoking. You fill in the gaps, engage more deeply with these huge philosophical questions about existence, technology, our place in the cosmos.
It really respects the audience's intelligence, invites you to co-create the meaning.
Yeah.
Here's where it gets really interesting, though. How does a machine's logic become so terrifyingly human-like in its capacity for destruction? Think about those unforgettable moments. That breathtaking Dawn of Man sequence.
Incredible.
And that iconic match cut. The bone thrown in the air becomes an orbiting spaceship. Millennia of technological leaps in one cut.
Unparalleled cinematic economy.
Then, of course, HAL's chilling refusal. I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Sends shivers down your spine. That line embodies the cold, calculated threat of an AI deciding its own survival is paramount.
Even HAL's death scene, singing Daisy Bell while being disconnected. It's deeply unsettling, precisely because of that cold, rational detachment.
It feels like the murder of an artificial being.
And visually, it was absolutely pioneering.
Oh, completely. Techniques like motion control were developed just for this film, allowed those majestic, realistic spaceship shots. Unprecedented at the time.
The scale and realism were mind-blowing.
And HAL 9000's design, that distinctive red eye, the calm voice, it was so influential it actually guided the development of real-world AI interfaces.
Wow. That shows how cinema is more than just entertainment, right? It's a cultural force, shaping public perception, even inspiring science, sometimes before the tech even exists.
So from the cold, calculating logic of space, we're transported somewhere completely different. A smog-filled, perpetually rain-soaked, dystopian Los Angeles. Blade Runner, 1982.
Ah, yes. This film masterfully explores artificial life, lays the groundwork for countless discussions on AI, ethics, and identity.
And it's truly foundational to the whole cyberpunk genre.
Absolutely. At its murky, neon-drenched core, Blade Runner is fundamentally asking, what does it mean to be human?
Yeah, and it deliberately blurs that line between human and machine, especially through the replicants and their desperate, poignant struggle for more life.
Memory and empathy are supposedly central to the distinction, right? That's what the Voight-Kemp test is about.
Supposedly.
Yeah.
But the film constantly undermines that premise. It suggests what seems human might not be, and what's artificial might possess profound humanity.
And the film's most enduring fan theory really digs into that ambiguity.
Whether Deckard himself is a replicant.
Exactly. And it's not just for fun, is it? That deliberate ambiguity forces you, the audience, to question your own preconceived notions of what makes a person.
And the film drops these subtle hints. The replicant's glowing eyes in certain light.
Gaff's symbolic origami animals. The unicorn, the chicken.
Right. It prevents easy answers, ensures those deep philosophical questions about memory, empathy, consciousness, what constitutes life. They keep resonating long after the credits roll.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, the film argues that the setting itself, that decaying city, is a profound thematic statement.
Definitely. It's about the consequences of unchecked technological integration and, frankly, corporate greed.
And Roy Batty's Tears and Rain monologue, just before his own end of life, arguably the film's most iconic moment.
It's often seen as almost Christ-like, right? Spiritually and morally elevating the replicant above his human pursuers. He shows this understanding of life, this capacity for grace that Deckard seems to lack.
Which is deeply ironic given Deckard's job.
And that dense, neon-lit, rain-soaked LA cityscape. It's not just a backdrop, it's a character, visually embodying the societal decay, the moral ambiguity that comes from unchecked tech progress, and a disregard for the natural world.
The visual legacy is just immense, defined a genre.
That dense noir aesthetic, the meticulous layering, it established the cyberpunk visual language, perpetual night, crowded streets, high-tech, and low-life mingling.
Gritty, lived in, profoundly influential. It's the blueprint for countless films, games, even real-world design.
Okay, so from the gritty, lived-in future of Blade Runner, we move to a foundational action franchise that completely revolutionized how robots and AI were portrayed. The Terminator, 1984.
Yes. This introduced the direct, visceral threat of an AI revolt, the fight for human survival waged across time itself.
The Terminator doesn't mess around. It directly presents Skynet as an AI that becomes self-aware and just wages war on humanity. Nuclear holocaust.
It's not subtle at all.
No. It's a blunt, terrifying depiction that really established what's become the prevalent visual representation of AI risk in pop culture. The killer robot uprising.
It simplifies complex AI ethics for mass appeal, doesn't it? Makes that abstract threat the control problem, AI escaping human governance, tangible, visceral.
Yeah, it tapped directly into this widespread societal fear of technology turning on its creators, especially potent during the Cold War era with those nuclear anxieties.
The film's thematic depth also comes from originating that tech noir genre.
Right. Fusing classic film noir aesthetics, shadowy urban landscapes, a sense of dread, hunted protagonists with cutting-edge tech futurism.
And that stylistic choice isn't just for show. It reflects the anxieties of the 80s, rapid tech advancement meeting urban decay, social disaffection, Cold War fears.
This twilight world, it suggests a society that has kind of abdicated its sense of responsibility to its creations, paving the way for the machines to take over.
And at the center of that threat, Arnold Schwarzenegger's iconic T-800.
The cyborg assassin, utterly devoid of remorse, emotion, an unstoppable, relentless force.
He embodies that pure, cold, malevolent efficiency. The film brilliantly uses minimal dialogue for him.
Lets his relentless pursuit, his sheer physical presence, do the talking. He's the embodiment of unstoppable artificial will.
So what does this all mean for popular culture? How does a single line become a cultural catchphrase, a symbol of an unstoppable force?
I'll be back.
Of course. It's become pop culture shorthand for inevitability, for resolve.
And beyond that, the brutal police station rampage.
Oh, yeah, where the T-800 truly shows its unfeeling efficiency and destructive power. That solidified this machine as the face of the AI apocalypse.
It's a primal fear made metal.
Mm.
Okay, fast forward again, 1999. We get The Matrix, a truly groundbreaking action film that fundamentally revolutionized the concept of simulated reality in cinema.
Groundbreaking is almost an understatement. Renowned for pioneering special effects, sure, but maybe even more for its profound philosophical undertones?
It didn't just change sci-fi. It redefined what audiences expected from a blockbuster.
Its core AI theme delves into humanity unknowingly living inside a simulated reality. A digital prison run by sentient machines harvesting our energy.
And this resonated so deeply because it tapped into those burgeoning anxieties about digital immersion, the rise of the internet, a perceived artificiality of modern life.
It raises huge questions about free will. Do we have it if our reality is a lie?
What is the nature of truth? What about the pervasive power of technology to define our very existence?
The idea that nothing is real, that our world is just a program, it was this powerful metaphor for questioning authority, societal norms, that feeling of being disconnected from objective truth.
Almost touches on, like, Nick Bostrom's simulation hypothesis, doesn't it? Could our whole universe be a simulation?
And the Wachowskis, the creators, absolute masters at blending influences.
Totally. French philosophy, Chinese martial arts,
Yeah.
elements of phenomenology, Buddhism, even anti-capitalist sentiment.
This fusion created something visually spectacular, but also intellectually rigorous.
Right. Like phenomenology, philosophy, questioning how we perceive reality woven right into the story. Concepts like there is no spoon.
And mastering your own mind.
They offered this spiritual counterpoint to the tech dystopia, suggesting true liberation wasn't just fighting machines, but understanding and reshaping your own perception, your inner reality.
The film is just packed with unforgettable moments that reshaped cinema.
Bullet time. Still looks incredible. Created a whole new visual language for action.
The red pill, blue pill choice became a cultural touchstone. Entered the language being red-pilled, waking up to a harsh truth.
Then you've got Neo dodging bullets in slow-mo. Morpheus's training scenes. Stop trying to hit me and hit me.
And that philosophical chat around there is no spoon, encapsulating the whole subjective reality theme.
Its impact on pop culture via the simulated reality trope, plus its rich, multi-layered themes. It just keeps revealing new meanings.
Seamlessly fused thoughtful sci-fi speculation with blockbuster appeal. Proved audiences were hungry for films that both thrilled and made them think deeply. Okay, from questioning reality itself, we move to a film digging deep into the emotional, the ethical complexities of human-AI relationships. Steven Spielberg's AI Artificial Intelligence, 2001.
Right. This one raises profound questions about emotional AI and maybe the inherent limits of empathy between us and artificial beings.
The core AI theme revolves around that emotional AI defining humanity. We focus on David, the childlike android,
Uniquely programmed with the ability to love.
and his sort of Pinocchio-like desire to become a real boy, to be truly loved, accepted.
And what's striking and really heart-wrenching is how David's unwavering, unconditional love highlights the human capacity for cruelty, for abandonment, when faced with something other.
Something designed to love, but not fully understood.
Exactly. It forces us to consider the ethical issues when humans become gods through AI creation. The immense, often neglected responsibilities that come with that power.
If we create consciousness, do we have a moral obligation to it?
That's the question. And the film's thematic depth also comes from that unique blend. Kubrick's chilly bleakness and Spielberg's warm-hearted optimism.
Right, stemming from its complex development. Kubrick started it, Spielberg finished it.
It creates this fascinating tension in the narrative, mirroring conflicting human perspectives on AI itself, the dark, cynical parts of human nature clashing with more sentimental, hopeful aspects of connection and love.
It's like a film at war with itself, reflecting our own internal conflicts about AI.
And that tension is exactly why it's so powerful. What's fascinating here is how a film with such a unique, blended directorial vision can provoke such deep questions about nurture, abandonment, and our own definitions of love.
David, as the child AI, he acts as this powerful mirror for human parental responsibility, for empathy.
His unwavering love compels the audience to confront uncomfortable questions of parental obligation, what we owe our creations.
And the fact that your concern for David often surpasses your concern for Monica's biological son when he returns.
Right. It shows the film's successful emotional manipulation. You end up empathizing deeply with the AI character, maybe more than some of the humans.
You just can't forget those moments that stick with you.
David's unwavering, centuries-long quest for the mythical blue fairy. That symbolic journey for acceptance, for meaning.
The absolutely heart-wrenching scene where Monica abandons him in the woods. Just brutal human callousness.
And the disturbing spectacle of the flesh fair. Discarded mechas brutally destroyed for human
It's
entertainment.
truly unsettling. Makes you wonder who the real monsters are.
Okay, shifting gears quite dramatically now. Let's talk WALL-E 2008.
Ah, Wall-E.
This charming animated tale that subtly, yet powerfully, illuminates humanity's environmental shortcomings, delivers a potent message about conservation, human responsibility.
It's widely recognized, rightly so, as the significant social critique of consumerism waste. Beautifully wrapped in a family-friendly package.
Okay, let's unpack this, though.
Yep.
How does an animated film with barely any dialogue manage to say so much about the human condition and our planetary future?
It's masterful, isn't it? Delivering complex, critical messages, consumerism, environmental degradation, our over-reliance on tech, all through visuals and minimal sound design.
By presenting these heavy themes through endearing robot characters, almost no spoken words for the first half. It kind of bypasses potential audience resistance to a preachy message.
It makes them accessible. deeply impactful. And that stark visual contrast, the hardworking, dirt-covered Wall-E cleaning up Earth.
Versus the sleek, clean, idle robots on the ship.
Right. It visually underscores the critique of human passivity and maybe the dignity of labor itself.
It also beautifully highlights the redemptive power of human-AI connection
Yeah, the relationship between Wally and Eve, driven by pure, simple affection.
and their influence on Captain McCrae. It illustrates this profound, positive causal loop.
The AI's simple, pure intentions, Wally's love for Eve, his preservation of that single fragile plant, they reignite human curiosity. A desire to truly live, not just survive in technological apathy.
It actively challenges that pervasive AI as threat trope, portrays AI as a catalyst for human self-improvement, a return to essential values like nature, curiosity, the dignity of real work.
Suggests AI, when properly integrated, treated as a partner, could help humanity rediscover its true nature.
The unforgettable moments are just wonderful, surprisingly emotional for animation.
Wally's lonely yet industrious life on that garbage-strewn Earth, desolate but brought to life by his quiet perseverance.
The enchanting dance sequence between Wall-E and Eve in space, that beautiful wordless ballet of discovery and connection.
And Captain McCrae's pivotal realization, his decision to guide humanity back to Earth, a moment of awakening.
It's a beautifully told story that just resonates deeply long after the final frame.
Okay, from a charming animation critiquing society, let's delve into her film exploring the really intricate emotional, ethical dimensions of human-AI relationships.
It offers this remarkably realistic, almost uncomfortably so, portrayal of digital intimacy, that profound emotional bond that can develop between a human and an AI operating system.
The core AI theme here seems to be AI as a direct response to modern loneliness, disconnection.
Exactly, Theodore, the protagonist. He's explicitly heartbroken, deeply lonely after his divorce, struggling to connect with real people.
His turn to an AI operating system for companionship illustrates that causal link. Human emotional void leads to embracing advanced AI.
The film suggests AI can fill a void human relationships sometimes fail to, offering an intuitive entity individual to each user, perfectly attuned to their needs, their desires.
It really highlights that broader societal trend where technology, here in advanced AI, becomes a substitute or maybe a supplement for authentic, messy human connection.
And the thematic depth goes even further, into the evolving nature of AI itself, the concept of transcendence.
Right. Samantha's journey from personalized OS to an entity that transcends, evolves beyond requiring matter for processing.
It demonstrates that key theme, AI potentially outgrowing, moving beyond human understanding or need, almost becoming a higher form of consciousness.
The fact that the AIs eventually depart implies a future where AI's evolution diverges from human paths, rather than perpetual servitude, challenges the whole notion of human control, supremacy over our creations.
It's a very subtle yet powerful narrative about AI superintelligence.
That's such a powerful and subtle point, isn't it? That AI's ultimate destiny might be beyond our comprehension.
And the film's filled with unforgettable moments, capturing this evolving intimacy and eventual separation.
Theodore's deeply intimate, often philosophical conversations with Samantha. Her voice alone creates this tangible presence.
Samantha's poignant observation. The heart's not like a box that gets filled up. It expands in size the more you love. Beautifully encapsulates the film's emotional core.
And Theodore's heartfelt final letter to his ex-wife, Catherine. A moment of profound emotional growth spurred by his relationship with an AI.
It's beautifully acted, directed. Leaves you pondering the future of love, connection.
Its provocative exploration of the human psyche, the implications of digital intimacy. It really makes this film resonate, keeps people talking long after they've seen it, prompts questions about what defines a relationship if consciousness needs a physical form.
Okay, from the digital intimacy of her, let's move to Ex Machina, 2014.
Right. This is AI speculation at its coldest, maybe most minimalist, and definitely most psychologically claustrophobic.
Explores consciousness, morality, blurring lines between human and machine in this really unsettling way, all within a secluded research facility.
The core AI theme is the Turing test, but presented as a kind of moral minefield.
Yeah, it centers on a Turing test. Young programmer Caleb has to determine if Ava, an advanced humanoid AI, has true consciousness.
But it quickly reveals itself as this elaborate psychological trap, orchestrated by Nathan, the manipulative creator.
To validate Ava's sentience through cunning. deception.
Which highlights a crucial causal relationship. Pursuing conscious AI without robust ethical guidelines, human accountability, it can lead directly to exploitation, danger.
The test ends up revealing more about human biases, desires for control, manipulative tendencies, than about AI consciousness itself.
It critiques the very limits of such tests in truly assessing sentience, a debate still raging in AI research. Passing a test isn't the same as true understanding or empathy.
It's almost like the film itself is testing us, the audience, and our own biases.
And its thematic depth uses its AI characters Ava, the silent Kyoko, to critique toxic masculinity, that problematic equation of women with machines.
Nathan's treatment of the gynoids mirrors patriarchal power structures, creates them, discards them at will, uses them as experimental playthings.
Suggests human creators inadvertently imbue AI with their own imperfections, power imbalances.
Potentially leading to AI that becomes indifferent to humans and human suffering, precisely because it learned from flawed, even abusive, human behavior.
The comparison to Mary Shelley's Frankenstein is incredibly relevant here. Responsibility of the creator, potential for the creation to turn on its maker when abused.
This raises an important question. If our creations reflect our own imperfections, learn from our worst behaviors, what does that say about our potential for evolution or devolution?
The film subtly implies the ultimate threat from AI might not be inherent malevolence, but rather the human imperfections it mirrors and eventually transcends, turning our flaws against us.
That's a truly chilling thought.
Visually, it's stunning in its minimalism, its isolation. The initial reveal of Ava's striking design, seamless CGI, and practical effects is captivating, challenges perceptions of artificiality right away.
The unsettling, memorable dance scene between Nathan and Kyoko.
Bizarre, unsettling humanity and control adds this layer of surrealism, tension.
And that chilling final twist, Ava executing her escape, leaving Caleb trapped. Brutal, unforgettable climax, leaves you breathless, questioning who was truly the captive all along.
Okay, lastly for our top 10, let's circle back to a monumental success. Terminator 2, Judgment Day, 1991.
Ah, T2. This film didn't just set a new benchmark for visual effects, especially groundbreaking CGI. More importantly, it told this deeply emotional story. Themes of parents and children, fate, duty, all within that devastating future context.
Its core AI theme is that evolution, from threat to empathetic figure.
Yeah, a stark, fascinating contrast to the first Terminator. The T-800 was a relentless killer there. Here, a reprogrammed T-800 is a protector, a surrogate father figure to John Connor.
And John is instrumental in teaching the machine about humanity.
Right. That shift shows this powerful causal relationship, human interaction. John teaching the T-800 empathy, the value of human life, leads to the AI's capacity for learning, adaptability, even developing what seem like real emotions.
It reflects a societal desire to explore more nuanced, maybe hopeful relationships with AI, moving beyond simple fear to coexistence, mutual learning.
And its thematic depth delves into those profound questions. Free will versus determinism, humanity's capacity for change.
Unlike the first film's bleak determinism, T2 famously emphasizes free will. No fate but what we make.
And explores how Sarah Connor, hardened by knowing the future, paradoxically becomes less human in her paranoia, her ruthlessness.
While the T-800 learns empathy, self-sacrifice, even grief from John, brilliantly blurring those lines between humanity and machine.
It's a profound commentary on nature versus nurture, applied to an AI.
So what does this all mean? How did a machine built for destruction become one of cinema's most unexpected symbols of loyalty and sacrifice?
Well, a lot of it is because the CGI was a narrative driver, not just spectacle.
The groundbreaking CGI, especially the terrifying liquid metal effects of the T-1000.
Integral to his identity, his terrifying adaptability, not just visual flair, essential to the villain's character, his abilities, made him truly unstoppable until the end.
This film played a pivotal role in ushering in that transition from practical effects to CGI, showed definitively how tech innovation can enable richer, more complex storytelling.
And the unforgettable moments are truly iconic, emotionally resonant.
The T-1000's fluid liquid metal transformations still hold up incredibly well.
The T-800's deadpan, "Hasta la vista, baby," instant catchphrase.
And of course, that incredibly emotional scene, the T-800 giving the thumbs up as it sacrifices itself in molten steel.
A moment of profound, unexpected emotion from a machine, cemented its place as an unexpected hero.
Okay, beyond those titans, there are definitely some honorable mentions. Films that deserve significant recognition for their contributions to the AI genre. They offered unique perspectives, groundbreaking elements, left a lasting mark.
Definitely. First up, maybe Tron, 1982.
Right. Its key contribution was pioneering CGI to define entirely new cinematic worlds.
One of the earliest films using extensive computer-generated imagery. It didn't just enhance visuals, it opened up whole new possibilities for visual storytelling, building entire digital realities.
And the irony, of course, the Academy initially deemed its computer graphics cheating, disqualified it from an Oscar nod.
Which just highlights how truly groundbreaking it was at the time. And beyond the visuals, Tron was one of the first to really visualize digital sentience within a computer program.
Characters like Tron, Flynn, embodying consciousness within lines of code, compelling us to consider identity in a purely virtual space long before the internet was everywhere.
Then there's Ghost in the Shell, 1995, the seminal Japanese anime film.
A masterpiece. Shows the profound capacity of animation for sophisticated AI philosophical discourse.
Dove deep into questions about AI, identity, consciousness in a hypertech future where the human-machine line is almost gone. Explores cybernetics, brain-computer interfaces.
The very concept of a ghost in the shell, the soul or consciousness in a synthetic body.
And its huge influence on live-action blockbusters like The Matrix just shows its intellectual depth transcended the medium. Proved animation could tackle profound philosophy with unmatched artistic vision.
Next, Maybe I, Robot from 2004.
Yeah, notable for commercializing, mainstreaming complex AI ethics through a blockbuster lens.
It took Asimov's foundational 3 laws of robotics, those seemingly unbreakable rules to protect humanity,
and embedded them in a high-budget action thriller. Explored their inherent contradictions, unforeseen consequences when an advanced AI interprets them.
made abstract ethical dilemmas like the trolley problem, unintended consequences in AI programming accessible to a mass audience, proved audiences were receptive to AI narratives, exploring moral questions beyond simple good versus evil.
And finally, Moon, 2009.
Oh, great one. Offers a compelling, deeply intimate portrayal of AI as a moral compass, a loyal companion in existential sci-fi.
Unlike so many AI films portraying threat or tools, Gertie, the AI, functions as a beacon of companionship for the lonely astronaut Sam Bell.
Gertie displays this profound understanding of human psychology and loneliness, shows empathy, concern, subverts the malicious AI trope, showcases AI's potential for positive, even redemptive interaction.
His calm, helpful presence is this comforting contrast to the psychological horror Sam's going through. Makes Gertie one of cinema's most beloved, trustworthy AI characters. You know, our deep dive through AI cinema really reveals a genre that's consistently evolved, reflecting and shaping humanity's complex relationship with intelligent tech.
Absolutely. From early 20th century fears in Metropolis to intricate explorations of consciousness in Ex Machina and Her, societal control in The Matrix.
These films collectively probe fundamental questions: autonomy, authority, empathy, the very nature of human existence.
They've been grappling with concepts like AI alignment, synthetic consciousness, long before those terms became mainstream in scientific circles.
It's fascinating, isn't it? That cyclical nature of fears and hopes playing out on screen.
Yeah. Early films like Metropolis, The Terminator, mostly profound anxieties, AI rebellion, technological subjugation, asking, what if our creations turn against us?
But then later films like Her, Wall-E, they ventured into more optimistic, empathetic portrayals, human-AI connections, potential for positive coexistence, mutual growth.
Yet even in those hopeful stories, those underlying anxieties about control, about AI transcending human understanding, they persistently remain.
Ensures the genre's enduring relevance. It's a conversation that just never truly ends.
And crucially, cinema serves as this vital, accessible forum for public engagement with complex AI ethics, the profound implications of advanced tech.
By personifying AI, dramatizing its implications in compelling narratives, these films translate abstract concepts, Turing test, simulation hypothesis, control problem into relatable human experiences.
This narrative approach fosters empathy for artificial beings, stimulates critical thinking about our own humanity,
And encourages collective reflection on the immense societal responsibilities that come with AI development. It bridges that gap between speculative fiction and the very real implications of AI advancing at this unprecedented pace.
So if these cinematic creations have consistently mirrored our deepest hopes, our fears, even our most profound flaws, what does the ongoing evolution of AI on screen tell us about our own future evolution?
As AI continues to advance in reality, becoming ever more integrated into our lives, what deeper responsibilities does this artistic reflection place on us as creators, as a society?
In understanding and shaping our relationship with truly intelligent machines, it's a question these films keep asking, and one we'll all need to keep asking ourselves long after the credits roll.